Hey YouTube, I've turned the lights off a little bit for the Gamechanger PLASMA pedal. I wanted one of these as soon as I saw it. It was on, I think it was Anderton's. And they weren't really that nice about it. They just kind of, for me it was like, but it's got like a flux capacitor in it. So what it does is, it runs the guitar signal through like some sort of gas with like an electrical bolt thing. I've tried turning the lights down a bit to try and see it, but it looks, my camera doesn't really seem to want to focus on it. I'm sure you'll see it. It does look an awful lot more impressive and detailed than what it does on the screen. So I thought, right, I'm going to buy one of them. But they're 250 quid, and it's like, it's pretty rare that I spend £250 on a guitar, never mind a pedal. So I was looking up, this is maybe a year and a half ago when they came out, and I thought, right, have to have one of them just because it looks so awesome. I thought it sounded really good. For some reason I thought it sounded a bit like a lightsaber, kind of. And at 250 quid, I looked up second hand ones and they were kind of, at the time, sort of just about 200 quid. And a couple of weeks ago I saw one popped up on Facebook Marketplace, and unfortunately the reason it popped up is because one of my pals had messaged about it and bought it. I was like, so luckily he's given me a shot of it, so it's like, yay, I get to play it without actually having to pay a couple £100 to get one. Using my demo guitar, being my Japanese fotoflame strat, with expensive pickups in it. Using my Laney VC15, it's coming through that cabinet. The mic's right there, that's why it gets louder when I talk here. For some reason I'm in 4:3 aspect ratio. My other option seems to be to zoom in, but then it's not as high quality, so you've just got black bars at the side. Not that there's that much to see. You can see there's an SG there. The Strat used to be on the wall there, and there's another Washburn bass there. That's kind of all you're really missing. So we're on the neck pickup. Yep, so all the dials at 12 o'clock. I'm going to have to be looking down there to see what it is the knobs are actually doing, because I can't see them now. So if I turn it on, see, it's got like a xenon tube. It kind of, actually, to be honest, when I decided I wanted a fuzz pedal, that was why I started buying fuzz pedals. I bought the Twin Note Pi Fuzz for like 16 quid or something like that. And it doesn't light up though. But on the other side of that, I did actually look at my oscilloscope, kind of for the same reason as that, just so it's something that's cool. The looks of it in the oscilloscope's kind of, it's not exactly the same thing, but it's not. It gives you something to look at while it's on. Yeah, so that's why I've got the oscilloscope behind me, just for a laugh. So like and subscribe. I keep meaning to say that and forgetting. I normally get a TV screen there that says like and subscribe on it, but I put this box, that box, in front of it, so it doesn't. Yeah. So gain wise, at 12 o'clock, mind you, that first one's a blend, so that's it fully blended up to blend mode. Neck pickup, bridge pickup. It's quite mesmerising looking at the things, the little display when you can see it in real life. One of the reasons why my pal who bought it, who owns this, cheers, check out T-Gun Music Channel, was when he had it sitting on his desk, he couldn't actually see it. It's like, what's the point in having a light up flux capacitor type thing? If I move that up, it might focus a bit better, because if that light's not shining into it, I might see it a bit better. Now you can see the camera in the there we go. So that should be basically, where's the volume? I want this to be louder. Right, more volume. quite it's got that sort of strangly sound. What's the what would turn the voltage down? Not very much. You can count actually. More voltage. It does kind of have the lightsaber sound. Let's pick up. It's got a real going on. I mean, that's not hitting off the pickup sound. That's kind of, it's meant to do that. Maximum voltage. I take it the blend, if I turn that all the way down, it's just a guitar clean coming through, so that's really annoying when my hand goes in front of the knobs. There must be some way of setting up my camera so the hand doesn't obscure the knobs from turning them. I'll go over the top. There you go. So I'm sure if I could adjust the, if I could be bothered setting up the camera properly, I'm sure it could show you it much more, because it's a very fine, detailed, sort of high definition looking display, because it is like some sort of gaseous tube with plasma going through it. So I think it does actually it does seem to sort of show what it is you're doing. I'll just put the blind back up at full so it's fully on. Turn the voltage down. Not that much. High frequency. Turn the bass up. Yeah, that's too much bass. Let's stick a wee backing track in. Using my a bit less distortion. In fact, I'll use my yeah. I'll just use that pedal. Sort it. Less voltage. It's kind of weird, that gate thing. I'm not used to having that on it. Voltage at maximum voltage. Yeah, I like a bit less voltage. Normally it ends really well, all the normally I go into my Gibson SG, but I see my Epiphone, which I was doing a demo of yesterday, is sitting there, so just to see what it sounds. This is P90s, or humbucker sized P90s. I'm actually going to, bear with me 2 seconds, we're going to check this is in tune though. Turn the volume up on it. That G string. Yeah, so with the with an epiphone. I'm using guitars that everyone knows what they are. So bridge P90. Voltage back up to full. More treble, less bass. Voltage, turn it down until it starts doing that spitty thing. You want to sort of do stoppy starty stuff, it kind of does sustain. But for me the best bit's the bit where it kind of ends the notes, so they kind of... I'm enjoying this a bit too much, and I think what I'll do is I'll do my other test subject guitar, which is my go for the see what humbuckers. So doing the full range of single coils, P90s, and humbuckers. I'm kind of curious to see what it sounds like. 2 seconds. It did sound kind of in tune. That's a kind of usable sound for me, I'm afraid. Really. If anything, I would say that sound is a bit more pronounced with the humbuckers on this guitar. More voltage. definitely something about that, having the voltage kind of so it goes sputtery. And the sustain thing's quite funny because it takes away sustain. Yeah, a little bit more volume, a bit more voltage. Again, I'm sorry I'm playing it in this particular fashion. Just it's doing something that I've never really had a pedal do before. I can kind of play a bit more normally. No, maybe not. I think you turn the voltage. You put the voltage up so you can play it a bit more normally. Again, I keep going back to the I'm looking to see if it's a similar sort of thing that's showing on the oscilloscope that's showing in the vacuum tube. A great broken lead simulator. I think there's fun to be had in doing that intentionally. So, yeah, so maybe I'll open this curtain so I get a bit more light on. I can still sort of see the pedal anyway. I quite like that. Yeah, so I think it's really cool. I'm really enjoying the sound of it. It's I kind of thought it was going to be a fuzz pedal. I don't really think it is a fuzz pedal though. It's sort of it's kind of its own thing. That kind of thing. That was my doing the Emperor. That kind of, because that's what it looks like. Maybe that's what he's coming out his fingers. But yeah, there's another switch in the back that says something about clean EQ, which I didn't bother pressing. I didn't really use the EQ that much. It's kind of it's a funny sort of it's just, I suppose it's the blend thing. The voltage it doesn't seem to be gain in the same sense of normally, as in, oh, you want to clean it up a bit. If you want to clean it up a bit, you have to kind of blend in the original signal. But so you've got like the original guitar signal and that pure heavy it sound. So it's kind of it's a funny one. Definitely got some uses. To be honest, I'm quite pleased that I didn't buy it. Probably, especially if it was going to be 200 quid, because I'm a right cheapskate and my fuzz pedals cost 20 quid. Although it's really, really cool, it's more, I think, I've got it kind of sitting on a keyboard stand there so I can see it. So it's kind of cool. I can kind of look at it. It's great fun looking at it and seeing the sort of the liquid distortion sounds coming through the pedal. Keep doing that. I'm doing that intentionally, by the way. But it does look awesome, and I can see why. As soon as I saw it, I really wanted to buy it, and if it had not been, I was thinking, I don't care, even if it's 100 quid, I'm going to buy it. And it's like, oh, it's 250 quid. Yeah, my enthusiasm waned somewhat. It's definitely got its place though. What it would sound like if Oasis were playing it. Yeah, completely pointless. So there's no point if you're going to be strumming chords on it. There's no point in that. You've got to be. Yeah, so cheers T-Gun for lending me this. It's awesome. I'm going to play about with it a bit more this afternoon. This is really the first time I plugged it in to make sure it worked. But yeah, I like it. It's got some stuff in it. I think the visual interface on it is definitely a major point of it. But to be honest, it's much cheaper just to find an oscilloscope at the dump like I did, which was free, and then I had to buy like a funny adapter thing which cost about £2 to plug it into the effects loop of my amp, which gives me, you know, a similar sort of looking thing, but it's like a sine wave, and it's like, it's kind of okay, it's meant to give you frequencies and all that, which I'm sure it does, but I don't know how you set it up to do that. It's not really, you're not meant to just plug a guitar straight into it. I think it sounds a wee bit better with the SG than it did with the Strat. Yeah. So, plasma pedal. I think if you are into paying hundreds of pounds for pedals, I mean, quite common for people to pay hundreds of pounds for pedals. Even things like, you know, fuzz pedals and stuff like that. I mean, every pedal I've got costs like 20 quid and under type thing. So, I'm not one of these folk that buys Tumnus and all that, and all these pedals that cost like 200 quid. Or like if you're buying a tube screamer that costs 200 quid, it's like, that's a £200 tube screamer, where you can get like a £20 tube screamer, which doesn't sound that different. Whereas at least this doesn't sound, I don't think there is a £20 equivalent. Well, there won't be with the vacuum tube thing in it, but it does have a thing. It doesn't sound like any other pedal I know of. I don't know how you would describe it as, other than kind of a bit like a lightsaber. It's a plasma pedal. It's its own thing, which is, I think, to be honest, is quite a rare thing these days, to actually get a new type of pedal that's not, you know, it's just a. Is it distortion? Is it fuzz? Yes, it's both, and a bit of something else. Yeah, so that was really inconclusive, but there you go. So there's a demo of an idiot playing, someone who doesn't, someone who hasn't spent 250 quid on it, isn't trying to sell it, and isn't sponsored by anybody to do it. Is what I reckon it is. Fun. If you've got 250 quid lying about, I'd rather have that than a tattoo. Put it that way. Rock on.